My name is Jenny and I'm in the opposing side. Physician-assisted suicide demeans the value of life. Death nowadays is sometimes taken lightly by those who do not fully understand its impact. Therefore, it is our duty to protect and defend life. Death should not be used as a means to escape or an easier option for a physician than working to cure and help the patient. The history of the law's treatment of physician-assisted suicide has and continues to be rejected by almost all efforts to permit it, which is why it's still illegal in 46 other states. With that being said, we conclude that the asserted right of assisted suicide is not a fundamental liberty interest protected by the Due Process Clause. We are not entitled to choose between life and death. It has been deemed a crime to decide that someone must die. And yes, it is in different terms, but it ultimately comes down to the same thing. She mentions dying with dignity. So is suicide now dying with dignity? We run a slippery slope because if assisted suicide is a benefit, people would reason it's okay to kill and thus demean the value of life like previously mentioned. Also, she mentioned that it's our body and we have the right to do as we please with it. And where that much is true, these people have been diagnosed with a terminal disease and are not in the right mindset. They are probably going through depression, knowing they will die soon, and that depression is a mental illness. A mental unstable person is not capable of making such a big decision. Studies show, University of Washington did a study that shows that 90% of the people who have committed suicide have had some sort of mental disorder, which already eliminates them of being able to make that exact choice. No matter, even if it is their life, they are not capable of, making such a big choice because they are not in the right mindset. They're going through a mental instability. Not only that, but by setting in place that the right to choose, not only that, but by setting in place the right to choose also opens doors for people to abuse it, such as the government. It is cheaper to just go and get prescription drug. It is $35 or $45, whereas a medicine treatment is far more expensive. Therefore, the government will probably use it to their advantage and maybe make physicians suggest that option to their clients, and thus subconsciously, forcing them into it in some way or the other, because they're saying, oh, if the physician is saying it and they know more about it than I do, then I might as well just do it and be done with it. Not only is that morally incorrect, but it is legally incorrect as well because it violates the Hippocratic Oath. She mentions us violating the 9th Amendment and the Declaration of Independence, but fails to mention there has a law already set in place in order to prevent the right to death. The Hippocratic Oath states, I will never give a deadly drug to anybody if asked for it, nor will I make a suggestion for this effect. The prohibition against killing patients stands as the first promise of self-restraint sworn to the Hippocratic Oath. With that in mind, there is alternatives set in place other than terminating one's life, such as the palliative cure. Palliative medicine addresses all aspects of the patient, such as their physical, emotional, social, and spiritual needs. This means they will treat the person with the terminally ill disease and give them medical treatment to. It won't end the suffering completely, but it will reduce it greatly. And the reason why the Oregon model should not be put into place is because 15 days is simply not enough time to make a life decision. A study was conducted where people with terminal diseases were asked their willingness to live on a scale of 1 to 10. The numbers on the scale did not increase until the 30th day. Therefore, they didn't feel the need to live up. Their willingness to live didn't go up all the way until the 30th day, which was 63% of them all increased. Therefore, the 15-day model in Oregon does not work because 15 days is just not simply enough time to make a choice that will be, for a lifetime choice. You can't go back from death. Also, people who have previously attempted to commit suicide and failed later in life regretted that choice and did not attempt it again. So my last point is that 83.1% of our population is made up of religious people. No matter what religion they are, Mormon, Catholic, Christian, they all believe that they are against self-harm, and they use their body as a temple and are pro-life. By setting this plan into motion, we eliminate the faith and demean the value of life, as I had previously mentioned.